What up, guys? It's Kev Strength here, and I finally got a little microphone thing, and it has the little, the little puffle. You guys remember? Anyone remember Club Penguin, the puffle joints? I used to grind that. Anyways, today we're gonna be doing a pretty kind of intense back day, and what I mean by intense is the kind of workouts that we do. We're gonna be doing a lying T-bar, not a lying T-bar row, an actual T-bar row today, which is, what I used to do back then, was just go stick a T-bar in the little hole in the wall that they would have, pause, and just rip that thing. And that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna start off with some pretty heavy movements. And like I said, we're nearing the end of this prep. So we're at 120 minutes of cardio a day, which is, that's 2 hours. So it's really tough, but it's really the last week or two that we're doing this for. And, a lot of people were asking me if I'm ever gonna compete, and I've done it before. I've actually competed twice. My goal is open bodybuilding in the natural league. So for me, it's gonna be more on, let me wait until I really feel like I have that mass to, confidently win a pro card and then use the pro card, right? Because you can say, hey, I have a pro card, but it doesn't do much until you do something with it. And for me, when I win that, because I'm putting that out there, I want to be able to use it. So another off season with my new coach, who this is my first year with, would be amazing. So, and I'm very excited to take you guys through an off season. Like I said before, I want you guys to grow with me, and we're gonna grow together. But it's currently winter time. The season is fucking cold as fuck. Very depressing season when it's fucking dark all the time. And the way my schedule works, I rarely see sunlight. And to add to all that, I'm in a dungeon down here with no windows or lights. It's just, there is light, what the fuck? But no windows with natural light. So we're just gonna hop on to this, pretty intense back workout. And I wanna show you guys a full grocery shop for me at 2 weeks out, in a sense of being, leaner. And it's definitely changed a bit because, I'm not getting as many calories in. So I wanna increase the volume of kind of food that I eat, just so that my body feels, full throughout the day. So let's run our first workout. So I would usually set these up with 25s. Like when I would do it back then, I would set these up with 25s. And the reason for that was so you can fit more on pretty much without having to load full on plates. And in that, what I mean by fitting more on, in a sense, I mean getting more range of motion, because when you have these huge ass plates, it kind of restricts the motion that you can pull it all the way in for. So with the 25s, what it would do is it'd be a smaller plate, so you could pull them in more, right? But we're not doing much weight towards this last 2 weeks that we have left. So we're gonna roll with the plates for today. I also have a recommendation for a grip. They just don't have it down here. There's kind of one where it splits out into two, and you can pull a little wider so you can hit your lats. But I wanna do this for thickness. This is gonna be a more thickness-based workout. So we're gonna pull this, start, and I still keep, tempo here. The same. And I had a question today about, hey, listen, how do I grow my legs, or how do I grow my back, or just how do you grow anything in general? The way I'm sitting on this thing right now is very uncomfortable, but we're gonna go with it. So for me, tempo is super important when it comes to a workout. And I think the best tempo that's worked for me on most movements is a 3-1-2 tempo. So it would be, listen, 3 seconds down, you control, 1 second pause at the bottom, whatever movement it is, whether it's a hack squat, 1 second pause at the bottom, whether it's a bench press, 1 second pause on your chest, and then it'd be 2 seconds up, which is regular speed in my opinion. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, pause, and then up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I usually kind of keep in mind for every workout that I do. But let's load this motherfucker up, and man, what a day we had. And let's really show you the kind of day I had today. Okay, I think we're gonna be able to handle about 5 plates on this thing for a proper working set. I'm looking for 8 reps here. And like I said, I keep the intensity up no matter what weight I am, no matter how far I'm in a diet or off season. You know, intensity is always gonna stay at this level. So let's put some fucking weight on. All right, so we have top set loaded up here. There's 5 plates ready to go. And, you know, it's a little scary, but I told you when I am in my off season time, I tell you, I think about my next week's top set, which might be fucking lunatic. That might be a little crazy. Like if I have a squat set of say 405 for 12 planned for the next week, my ass thinks about that shit in advance. Like shit, I better be on point on that day. If I'm not on point, then we got to change some things. You know, there's a lot of things in life that come with delusion. And I was talking about this the other day. Delusion is a very important thing, because if your dreams or your goals or your thoughts aren't in a sense delusional, then you're not really pushing for enough. And the one thing I'm gonna say is they're delusional until they start to happen one by one. And let me tell you guys, it hits differently when, you know, when everyone else thinks you're fucking crazy on the goals you have set out to achieve and the things you have set to do. And it hits different. It really fucking hits different when you start to see progress on those delusional thoughts. So let's run this motherfucker. Come on. Fucking A, man. Fucking hell. Come on. Fuck. D. You know, the tricky thing about this one is keeping that spine correctly. And I think we did an okay job at that. Because usually if you go a little bit too much upright, the bar behind you that's stuck into the wall will come out. And you know what happens when there's too much weight on one side, the other side comes up. You don't want that joint happening down there. So I call that a pretty successful first set. And you know me, I always do a 2 top set. And so we're gonna run this one more time. But let's get into, for you guys, workout number 2 of this thickness-based back workout. All right, so if you follow me on Instagram, you guys may know that I got beef with Purdue, which is, that's kind of funny because Purdue's chicken, but I got beef with them. I'm gonna keep that joke to myself next time. But let me show you guys. So I'm a big connoisseur of, you know, the $5 bags that they have where it's like pre-cooked chicken and it saves you time. You guys have definitely seen it on the videos. But look what I found in my chicken the other day. Hold up, see if this focuses. Wait, hold up, let me get that. You see that? Yup, so that is exactly what you think it is. That sharp ass thing was embedded in my chicken. So thank God, first of all, that I did not bite into that because it would have been a wrap for me. But I found it while I was eating my chicken and rice. I'm like, hell nah. This, you know, if it was a little piece of metal, maybe we'll let it slide. Just, you know, throw the bag out. Don't even worry about it. But this big ass thing. So what I did was I looked it up and I've seen that other people have also found kind of some things in the bag. So I'm like, nah, we got to DM them. So we DM them. We're like, look, Purdue, what's going on? Purdue like, y'all almost killed my ass. They're like, you know what we could do for you is give you a $15 gift card, get yourself bags of chicken pretty much. My boys, there ain't no way we letting that slide. So I was like, hey, listen, I almost died. You know, like what's going on here? Like, you know what? We'll send you a $100 gift card. And for me, that's when I folded because that's pretty damn good. But I told other people about it and they're like, bro, you could have really taken that ass to court, made that Purdue money, but I just wanted to share that experience with you guys. Be careful when you open these joints because I don't want y'all opening these joints and then y'all coming after my ass now. But welcome to, you know, workout number 2 here. I've showed you guys this one before. It's the low row machine And the reason I love this one is just because of the position that I'm sitting in. And we loaded it up with a bunch of 35s and 25s because, you know, down here we're not allowed to put on the 45 ones. So let's begin with a little bit of a warm up. I do like going single armed on this, as I do with kind of a lot of back movements, just because I feel more control. And for me, control is very important. So, oh, we got to put this mic somewhere else before I fart on it. We'll put that right there. Cool. So let's get into our warm up set here. You got to really let it stretch. And it feels fucking amazing. If you guys have one of these machines in your gym, you should definitely use it. I love it. Same thing here. The thing I love about this one is that you kind of get to use your other arm as kind of leverage to hold yourself down while you're pulling with the other arm. And it really allows for a better feeling overall. And people always ask me like, hey, how do you build the fucking back? For me, it's control, heavy weight, and just keep progressing, right? So we're gonna put on more weight and get into our top set. So I've been really, really busy this last week. I had all my athletes come down from, you know, well, it was just Xavier and my camera guy and my buddy Jacob. We did a pretty crazy shoot for my Controlled Insanity drop that should be happening late January or early February. And my plan for this year is to have a drop every single month, and it's gonna be very limited. So every single month it's gonna be something new, and it's gonna be something dope. And the biggest thing for me is like always that I'm doing now and I've been doing before is keeping the correct message, keeping the correct vision of my brand, always. And I tell my athletes this all the time. I'm like, look, I'm gonna speak to you guys first on the kind of people that we bring on this team eventually in the future. And I don't care if it has to be the only three of us for the future or forever if we don't find someone else like that. For me, it's more about the people on my team that I fucking care about and that they represent the brand the way the brand is supposed to be represented. And I don't care if you're a powerlifter, a bodybuilder, you don't gotta be any of that. You just gotta give a fuck about what you're doing and put your 100% effort or kind of bet on yourself in a way. And that's what my brand represents, and it always will. So let's get into our top set here and let's build a fucking big back, man. For you guys who are in the off season right now, and you should be in the off season in the winter time, you really should. I hope you guys are putting on that muscle. So let's run that. So we kind of finished off with some partials on that one. And this one is a really good workout. I like to kind of separate my back days between thickness days and, well, wideness days. Sorry, sometimes I don't even know what comes out of my mouth, but pause. We're gonna do another set of this. You guys already know. We're gonna double up, and then we're gonna get on to our third back workout of the day. I'll usually do 4 workouts per main body part, and they'll usually be about 1 to 2 working sets, just hard controlled sets. and I progress on them weekly. So let's finish this one more set here, and then we'll jump into our third back workout. I remember me doing the lat pull down when I was younger, right? And I always look back on videos of it, and I'm always like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, why didn't anyone at the gym really tell me, like, look, Kevin, you're not doing these things right. Like, I would look at videos, I'd be grabbing it, going like this, pulling it back, bringing it like this. And it was so bad, but no one ever helped me, which is why I'm kind of glad that, you know, I'm kind of putting these videos out so I can help you at least a little bit, even if it's not, say, 120% correct, at least it's 80% correct, right? And I'm not right all the time, trust that, and I know that. And the biggest problem I had when I was younger was being very stubborn when it came to certain things. And now I'm very open to learning new things all the time. And there's no, it can't harm you unless you're taking a bunch of new things all at once. Pause, holy shit. But I wanted to tell you guys, if you have that one little distraction in your life that you're like, shit, is my goal or my future kind of being jeopardized in a sense with this distraction that's there, whether it be a girl, a vice, or something, right? 99% of the times, that distraction is not worth it. And I'm telling you guys this from personal experience. This world is fucking weird. I'm telling you guys this world is sometimes is just so fucking weird that one tuition that you have is usually true. It's usually true. And the best thing you could do is say, fuck that distraction. Is it there to help me? Is it there to help my personal gain and my personal goal? If it's not, then why are you being distracted? You know, it's very hard. It was very hard for me to cut distractions out before, but as I started cutting one by one, it got a whole lot easier. You just got to take that first step. You know, don't let things or people, you know, fuck with what you have in mind and what you have in your goals. And let me tell you, a big thing that's been in my life for a long time was always people doubt. Doubt's the big fucking word of today. And I'm sorry for yapping your ears off. There's so much doubt when it comes to other people when they hear your goals or your ambitions or your dreams, which is why I always think it's better to keep everything to yourself until you do it, until you show action, because your words mean absolutely nothing unless you actually show something for it. So we're here to start with our lat pull down. Usually I'll go a lot wider and pull in, but today I told you we're doing a little bit closer. So we have the mag grip bar that I love here, and we're jumping right into a top set. No need to warm up anymore. That one felt fucking amazing. Holy shit. And I'm sorry if you guys are hearing me breathe so loud through this microphone. It's just hard to balance that out. That was a good set. And we're gonna do one more of these. And I think I was gonna do a fourth back workout, but the way my body's feeling right now with the workout that we have done currently and the sets I've done, it's feeling good enough. And there's no need to overexert on this last week or two of this diet. You know, pumps are getting a little harder to get with the lower amount of carbs we're eating, but when I do have those carb days, it's nice. But man, I keep seeing this stupid, my For You page on Instagram is freaking blueberry muffins. I swear, it's a bakery shop. Now, and I'm not talking about that cake with the dirty minds. I know what y'all thinking right now, but my For You page is full of fucking blueberry muffins, and I'm telling you, when this diet's over, y'all gonna see how much I could eat. All right, so a lot of people around me say bulking is so hard. For me, being a former fat ass, this shit is easy as fuck for me. Listen, I love eating food, and I can eat bland ground beef meals 6 times a day, 10 times a day. It doesn't matter to me. I just never get full. So for me in the off season, it's so fucking simple, and you guys are gonna see when I do my actual off season. But you give me a fucking bowl of ground beef, 8 ounces. You throw 300 grams of rice in there, a little bit of veggies, a good ass sauce. Whoa, pause. A good ass sauce, and don't fucking hold back. Just don't overdo it either. And you mix that bitch up, make a fucking Big Mac bowl. I could eat 6 of those motherfuckers a day, no problem at all. And I'd enjoy it. It wouldn't be like I'm forcing it down or anything. So that's why the bulking process is a little easier for me. I think it's very different for everyone. Like people love bulking, some people love cutting. It's just I guess it's very different for everyone. But let's jump into another set of this. And then what I'm gonna do is, since it's back today, I'm gonna throw in a rear delt workout and a bicep workout as well. And then from there, we'll do a little bit of posing. Okay, welcome to the rear delt blaster. You guys already know about this one. The way I like to set up, I like to kind of lean out, like your booty's gonna be a little out on this. So if you're doing this at a public gym, then good luck on that. But I like to kind of lean out, chest on it, grab the handle. These handles are a little wonky, but we'll make it work. And like I said, for every exercise, control is very key. So let's pull, push, whatever, this stupid thing. Just get right into it. To me, partials are so fucking important when you're doing a workout, just because you can still be in that bit of range of motion, especially on this one. In that last little 3 reps that I did, that little range of motion right there is doing something. So just partial rep it until you really can't. Just avoid injury, obviously. That's the #1 thing always, but don't be afraid to push. So we're gonna do 1 more of these, and we're gonna jump right into our arm workout. We are getting a little bit more pumped now. And like I said, down here, there's no heat, there's no AC, there's nothing. So in the winter, it's really fucking cold. In the summer, it's really fucking hot. But so it's a little harder to get a good pump when you're freezing. My nipples are can stab someone right now, but let's get into some biceps. Okay, so here in front of us, we have the bicep/tricep combo that I usually show you guys. But today we're only gonna be sticking to biceps. I plan to hopefully travel a lot more this upcoming year. What I would like to do, God willingly, is, take my Controlled Insanity team kind of across the states first and kind of spread the brand awareness a little bit with them. And just, I want to give my guys a really personalized experience, because with what I said before of keeping it very close-knit and tight, and which is why it's important to me, is because I want to be able to also provide for my athletes as much as they provide for me. And I want to keep that relationship always. And you guys are going to see that. And I'm not here to kind of, I don't know, in a sense, not really brag or not really gloat. Is it bloat or gloat? No, my ass stupid, but really gloat. But I want to really, really push this Controlled Insanity out, and I'm very excited to do it. And I'm a very determined person, and I don't stop until the thing that I want done gets done. And I think that's a very important fucking characteristic to have. And I used to let people walk over me all the time and all that bullshit. And I'm telling you, once you start to really put your foot down and kind of stick up for yourself, you're gonna see a lot of things change for you. So it's kind of, this kind of angle is cool. I could just turn my shits right here and just, this is scary as fuck. But let's jump into our top set here, and then let's fucking pose down, because I'm putting down a posing routine just to keep practicing, because I like to practice super in advance. And I'm gonna show you guys a pretty dope one that I have planned out soon. Okay, right off the bat on that, the chair is way too high. So the chair being this high, I'm not getting the right position on it. So let me lower this down real quick. Okay, a little bit. Okay, that's way better, way better. And it was too light. That's not a fucking top set. You know, don't fuck around with yourself. Let's do this. Oh, there we go. Come on, Kevin. Fuck. That motherfucker that felt good. That was a top 3 pump in a while. For me, I don't really connect well with my bicep usually, but on that one, we really felt the connection. Like you guys know, I love back, I love legs. I don't really like doing chest. Well, I love doing everything, but in terms of ranking, chest, you know, can go sucka. But, you know, chest, delts, that's probably why they're lagging, because I don't enjoy them as much. But there's nothing like going in on a fucking crazy leg day and just headphones on. Someone just fucked with you that day. Your girl cheated on you with 7 different dudes. You know, typical kind of day for a male nowadays. But we're gonna do one more of these, and then we're gonna jump into a little posing joint. We'll see how the back's kind of looking as we get leaner. And the midsection is definitely getting a little better. And once I notice the midsection getting better, usually everything else starts to follow. So, all right, so I've been enjoying kind of setting the camera kind of far. Because when you're on stage, in the bodybuilding stage, you know, you're going to be far away from the audience. So it's good to kind of practice and record like this. So I think this is a kind of cool angle too. Just everything's so dark and there's just this one spotlight. Kind of replicates that bodybuilding feeling, and I do miss being on stage. But yeah, so we're gonna set the mic down for a second, so you guys probably won't be able to hear me, so let's just begin. So usually when I do a back pose, I like to set my legs down first, and I'll usually do something like this where I'll put my right foot out, kind of pull in, and then my hammies show a little more, especially when you're more shredded. It's just something I got used to doing when I'm posing, so you guys don't have to do that. That's just what, it's kind of cool. But so what I'll do is I'll grab this, kind of pull that in,